Okay, this workshop is the second training workshop on our series workshop on the spatial religion studies. And what I would like to talk today is about the spatial explorer of the religion and distributed by the China Data Center, and also this is from the project, the Luce Foundation supported project on the spatial study of religion. And we had the three co-PIs, and Professor George Hong from Fudan University of Kerman, and Professor Fenggang Yang from Fudan University. So I'm Shuming, I'm director of the China Data Center at the University of Michigan. This project has been going for almost 4 years now. So we are under phase 2. And one of the primary products and from this project is the spatial explorer of the religion. So here you can see the interface of the spatial explorer of the religion. So we'll start from the function of the spatial explorer of the religion. Then we can talk about what kind of data there, methodology, and also the series and applications. From here, you can see there are several functions here for spatial explorer of the religion: report analysis, site analysis, trend analysis, geographic analysis, statistics analysis, space-time analysis, theme map, map export, historical data connection, and case studies. The report analysis allow you to generate the report and based on province, city, county, or township. So you can use your mouse to snap the province and from the map directly. Then you can see your snapshots here. Once you make snapshot, you can generate your report about the demographic report, ethnic group report, or religions report. For example, you can connect the report by HTML, PDF, Excel file, Word file. So this generates a report about so what's the total population within this snapped region, and what's the religion side of this region. So for the what's the percentage of Buddhism, Christianity, Taoism, Islam. This is based on religion size, not the believers. You can also find what's the individual, the distribution by each province, the different the religion size in different provinces. And you can also generate your customized report, and based on you can select the religion size combined with the population. So this population that we have a large connection of the population, the data here. So you can pick up summary report, comparison report, or rank report. So this will give you the number of the religion sites by each province, and also the snap to the population variable here. So it's very straightforward. And for site snapshots, you can snap data, have the different options. So you can go to the simple snapshot if you know the zip map, zip point, or if you can go to advanced search by the province, by city, by county, by towns, by zip, or the religion site name. So you can snap Buddhist, Christianity, Taoism, or Islam. So you can search from the web directly. You can make a circle here. So you can snap data from the map directly. You can see this is the list of all the different religions. You can select see this is all Then you can generate a plot to see when there's a new startup, what's the cumulative the religion size. And you can decide which year, we're in the starting year, and so you can change the starting year any year. Those data you can generate, you can export to the Excel file. If you click here, you can see what's the information in individual religion sites. So they have the name of the religion sites, the person, humanity, the size, what kind of type of service, zip code, address, phone number, and ownership, and when they established it. So you can export this data to Excel file. You can see all the lists here. So this list includes all the information, detailed information for this record. You can also generate report. So this report based on how many religion sites here in this selection. What's the percentage? And also, what's the population and within this selected region? And ethnic group, what's the ethnic group by different the ethnic group within this region. Another function allow you for selection is for location search. So you can use the mouse, go to the map, click anywhere, or you can also input the latitude and longitude here. So they will add here. So once you add here, you can search the religion size or population by the spatial range. So that you can change the spatial range here by the miles or kilometers. Okay, if you click search, it will generate report. So they'll tell you this is what's the population within the 15 miles. You can go to the religion size comparison report. You will see where's the 1 mile, 5 mile, 15 mile, how many religion sites here. And what's the race here within different spatial miles. The trend analysis allow you to find what's the trend of the structure change in religion. So we have this trend at national level. So if you click a NASH, they will give you you can see what kind of religion structure here. So you can see what's the startup, that's the percentage. You can see basically the accumulation percentage. Next on this one, this show you the percentage of the Islam has the highest percentage in China, but the percentage of the Moscow in China is kind of declining. So the percentage of the churches increasing. That's a national level. You can export this data to Excel file or PDF file. They also give you the structure, the change of all different other industries. Next time you can find the data structure of all the manufacturing, education, public health, and even the culture, sports. So you can find any kind of structure change, the trends. So this can give you kind of sense and how the religion structure change may be coordinated with other industrial change. And the province neighbor allow you to see how the structure change in different provinces. Next time, this is Zhejiang. You can see in Zhejiang the structure of the religion changed over time, and you can also see in Xinjiang how the percentage of the religion structure changed over time. And then in Sichuan, you can see the different region. The change in the religious structures looks different. This can help you to understand how the structure changed in religion in China. Again, we also provide all the structure change in all the different industries by the different province. You can also compare the structure change at city level. So this gives you more detailed at city level. We have about 300 prefecture cities. You can go to any city, find what kind of the religion structure change in any prefecture cities. The graph canonies provide a function allow you to see how the steps property of by the province, city, county, or township. So you can snap data from the province here. Then you can generate the graphics. So we have several different options for histogram, scatter plot, multiple plot, and a micro map. So if you click here, you can see for the Buddhist, the distribution by the province. You can see the higher end, lower end, and you can change the number of the bricks. You can click here, you can see there's an outside here in Zhejiang and Fujian province in terms of the number of the temples, the Buddhist temples. You can also see the different change, the different the options, different religion. Like for Christianity, if we can run here, you can see here Zhejiang has the number of the churches in China, and where they have the least the churches in China from the Xinjiang, Hebei, and Qinghai. And you can use a scatter plot to find the kind of correlation between different religions. So this will allow you to see how the correlation between the Christianity, the churches, and the Buddhist temples. You can find where is the positive correlation, maybe the negative correlation, and where their location over space. And also you can use a multiple plots to find how if I have the several different religion. Then you can to see what's the correlation between different the religion. You can probably see the positive correlation between the Buddhism, Christianity, Taoism, but negative correlation between Islam and other religion in terms of the spatial distribution. We can mark anywhere on the plots and find the location on the maps. The micro map is another way for you to find what's the spatial distribution and the charts. You can run the micro map. It will combine the map and the charts, and by different the groups on the graph. So this will take a little more time because it's running actually by the R module on the server. So you can see now the data we divide by the 6 different groups, and it's sorted by the Buddhist. And you can see where it has the most temples in China, the second quarters, the third quarters, the fourth, 5, and 6 quarters, and also how the distribution of the other religion sites within different quarters. So this will give you kind of combine the map and the charts. You can select different the religion as the primary, the sort, the index. So you can change the sort here. Here I snapped before the bodies. You can snap sort by the Christianity, thoughts, or Islam. The statistics analysis allow you to do some online the spatial analysis immediately. So here I will snap the different region. Then go to next. I can run the MoreNI. It's kind of the index for spatial autocorrelation. And you can pick the different religions here. So I pick say Christianity. You can pick the different option to define the spatial weight. You can find a different option to define do we need a raw, standard, or binary, and then how to test the statistics. So we have a different statistics here, MoreNI, and a single variable, double variable, theory C, and Lisa, and also how to calculate spatial lag, and a spatial weight, and gravity model, and a gravity center model. So, for example, I will snap here MoreNI. So we can run the MoreNI. The MoreNI is kind of spatial autocorrelation to see if there is spatial, the kind of the correlation between different the provinces. You can see this one has the test say the p value is 0.01 significant. That means there is a significant correlation between the religions, the church's situation, and over space based on the province. You can see that for all the positive, that's in the most the coast area, East Coast. And you can see the different, there's the negative, and the positive, negative. So you can mark that to see where that's on the distributed on the map. You can see the chart, output table, and the parameter here. You can also run the gravity model, and this gravity model to, like example, for Buddhism. This will show you how the gravity, kind of the center of the attraction. You can see where is kind of the center of the bodies here, and so what's the attraction between each province and other province, and here in China. That's in terms of the number of the Buddhist temples. The gravity model allows you to see where is the center of the Buddhist temples in China. You can see here is a geographic center of the Buddhism in China. This is latitude and longitude. So you can use a similar strategy to go to any region. You can snap just some region and find where the geographic center is. The space-time function allow you to do some space-time data analysis. And for example, I can snap the region. And then I can snap different years. Then I can run the spatial analysis. So we provide MoreNI for global test of the spatial correlation and also local test of the spatial association. So you can snap what kind of religion here, or what kind of, even we provide many government statistics. You can test that. So here, you can see the MoreNI here. For the different years, we snapped it. You can run the animation. So we have the 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. So this can allow you to have kind of idea if the spatial autocorrelation has been increased or reduced. And you can also use a mouse to see where they're located on the space. You can pick the different, like some Chinese GDP. So if there's spatial correlation between also the GDP, how is the spatial correlation between the different GDP change over time? Again, this p-value just means kind of pretty much the significance. The scene map allow you to have a map and very quickly without GI software. Like if you click here by the Buddhism startup, so that's a yearly new startup in 2004, or Christianity starts in 2004. You can pick the different years, the startup. And you can also, we have the several percentages. Not some percentage, that means where is the percentage of the churches in terms that each province, they have more advantage compared to other religions. So you can run animation, and you can start say, I would like to run animation from 50, 90, 50, 50, then play that one. So you can see this advantage of the religion's distribution over space has changed over time. So this can help you have a better idea how the change in the religion landscape in China and for different religions. You can change the number of by the different classification and what's the methodology, equal, interval, or quartile, or standard deviation, or neutral blocks. You can also pick the different colors and decide if you would like to have the transparent or not transparent. This map you can export to the PDF file or JPG file by landscape or portrait. You can decide if you want tonight to include the base map, legend, compass into that. So this map, once you export, is ready for publication. Where here allow you also to export whatever you can see here to export to the GIS map. So if you can snap the data by the province neighbor, city neighbor, county neighbor, and so you can snap the region and then export the data to the GIS map. So you can pick up the data from the region side, or you can pick some variables and from the population census. So if you click variable here, click the GIS map export, you get your GIS map in shapefile. The GIS map will include several files, the files here you can see that for each shapefile, there is a DBF file, projection file, shapefile, and an index file. The code data provide index as a kind of metadata. So it's a description for different variables and where is the data source. So that can give you kind of what's the information included in this the GIS shapefile. If you have the GIS software, then you can use the GIS software to open this GIS map. So you can basically snap any data by the city, by county, and you can go to anywhere. So I just snap this county. All this county will be snapped. Then you can generate, export this GIS map with snapped variables. So it's very convenient. Where the historical connection actually with collaborate with Duke Library, and they have some historical maps. And you can see, click any point, you can see this the connection of the GIS or the connected the photos. They took in early, probably before the New China. You can see what kind of picture there in the different locations, different cities in China. And this can help you get an idea how the historical image of the different place, where is the difference between the different regions. And this information is not directly related to the region, but they may give you some idea why there is a spatial difference, or in terms of the religion distribution, and this can give some kind of the difference in the culture, economy, and the local attributes. And also there is a add location analysis. If you click here, so they will add the latitude and longitude to the site selection. They add here, the points add here. Now you can generate the report, and for this selected the XY location. So that's where the picture took from. We can find for this region. And so where's what kind of religion the sites here, and what's the population, and what's the ethnic group within this region. You can generate report for this location. See, this area has two the Christianity and the size, and 6 Islam. So this can help you to make a connection between the historical maps, historical photos, and also the religion sites, and still exist today. Finally, the case study. This case study is a new experiment. We try to put some workflow together for the spatial analysis. One case study here is the religion development and urbanization. And in this part, we're not to find in China how when the different regional development from the rural to urban, or from rural to transitional area, and then to urban areas, and how the religion structure and the change in the different regions. So here you can see there's if you click here, we have the option to define how to define your urban. So we based on the 2 different variables. One is the agriculture, non-agriculture population, and another variable is based on the percentage of the migration. So if one place, they probably have the higher percentage of agriculture population, but also they have the higher percentage of the migration. So that means this area probably has already been urbanized, because the agricultural population and non-agricultural population is based on the household. So in Shenzhen, probably there are many populations that are still agricultural population based on their household registration. But there's lots of migration from other regions. They are come here and work for the manufacturing. So it's kind of already urbanized areas. So we use the 2 different variables, and based on this, combine the different options and get this percentage, and how to use this percentage combination to define and what's the urban region, where's the rural areas, and also where's the transitional areas. So here we can, based on this one, you can generate report by the national level or by the province level. You can generate report, and for Buddhism, for Christianity, Taoism, Islam, and let's see, the trend, we can change the trend for different religions, and then we select the add all. We add all the China province. Then you can generate next one. Where's the new urbanization and the report. So this will show you and how the different regions and what's the percentage in urban, rural, and transitional areas, and also what's the total population, non-agricultural population migrations, and in the different regions in urban, transitional, and rural areas, and also what's the percentage of J-Dot towns and xiang within different regions, the urban and transitional and rural areas. And this another report is give you use the J-Dot and the town and xiang. This is kind of standard definition in Chinese census data. So they use the J-Dot town and xiang. J-Dot most are urban region, and the town is kind of mixed of the rural town and urban town. Xiang are usually the rural areas, but also many xiangs have been urbanized. Even their name are still called xiang. So now we can see how the different religion and distributed in the different J-Dot towns and xiang. So this kind of give an idea how the different religion and distributed based on the government, the standard and the definition, not by the urban and rural and the transitional area, and here defined here. So in here in the urban and regional and transitional area actually defined by ourselves. So you can change how to balance, how to redefine this region, and then generate report. And this will give an idea for the different province. For each province, we can see what the percentage of the Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, and Christianity, and in urban, transitional area, and rural areas. So this is you can also look at the trend, for each province. Say for Zhejiang, how the percentage of the different religion. So this is we pick the Buddhism. How the Buddhism and the percentage in urban, rural, and transitional area, and how this percentage the trend in Yunnan province, and so you can compare to see which every region, every province, how the different religion and change in urban and rural and transitional areas. You can export this data to Excel file. So this can be actually the variable and for you to build a modeling. You can see what's the percentage of the Buddhist, the temples in rural, transitional, and urban. So basically, this is the primary function of our spatial explorer of the religion. Any questions?
I have a few questions. Where does the data come from that all the numbers, the statistics are generated from?
Questions? And the methodology behind this or including the where for this project, I would say this I just told, and this project was funded by the Henry Luce Foundation, and the objective for this project is to promote research, teaching, and learning studies in China. We call it spatial study of religion and society. Have different works on to connect the reference to develop the research system and provide its training. So this workshop is part of our training program. And we're like to make this data accessible, useful, helpful. And also most important is make this free for all those who are willing to share and learning. So the spatial religion we define here is for the spatial study of the social system based on the religion. So our objective is actually the study of the social system, the religion. Find what's the relationship between religion and other aspects of the society. The study of the religion include what are the spatial patterns of the religion situations, how the spatial trends over time, what are the spatial interactions between different religions, and in religion and other aspects of the society over time and space, how to evaluate the policy impact on the local religion's development, and also what's the religion's impact on future development of the local society. The data included here and is focused on the religion side. We don't have the population who believe what kind of religion. So this is from official sense data, economic sense data. So that include and all the registered religion sites, and include Buddhism, Taoism, Christianity, Muslims, and also other all the different kind of religion. For each religion site, we have the contact information, the name, the person who is managing the site, and the ownership. The one of the most very important information is the starting year, when the site was established. So this gave our kind of timeline inside. And also we have the population sense data from 2000. This have a very extensive coverage from general information, ethnic group, age, house structure, education, fertility status, marriage, migration, voting status, and industrial and occupation. And so we have the different neighbors of the economic sense data with GIS maps has been aggregated by the province, city, county, and this map. Industry. Within the core industries include all the publication, the factory, education, the health, and social organization. So the starting year in the religion data provide kind of space-time data information. From here, you can see the list here in the data. So it's the name of the religion site, what kind of the religion activity, what's the starting year. Based on this one, you can see if we plot the chart, you can see that's the startup. The startup is very interesting, can show many information, important information inside there. Probably this startup, the number of startups may be affected by the policy, affected by the economy, and many the information actually inside, behind this the data. And also you can see the percentage of the structure change over time based on this new startup. We can compare the new startups, the time data with other economic data, see how the trend and correlated. So there's many methodologies supported, and behind this spatial explorer. So from the in the bottom silver, we have it's supported by GI technology, ESPA exploratory spatial data analysis, and spatial analysis, depth analysis functions. And then for the users, analysis, scan analysis, graphic analysis, data analysis, space-time analysis, map, visualization, technology can help us to identify spatial pattern in the spatial distribution, spatial trends, and spatial interactions. The general framework of the spatial religion. So with the spatial explorer, we can integrate all the sense data, GIS map very easily in one web browser system, and it's backed up by the different the library or steps. You can run all these functions and very easily. For this spatial explorer, we can snap data by the different units as we showed before, and it can province, city, county, or township. Snap data by the location, XY coordinates, spatial range, by the time series and space, by the establishment, the size. You can generate report by the summary report. The general recreation and the spatial recreation. The kind of data export to the Excel file, Word file, shape file, PDF file. So there's many different applications can be built on this. Somehow to identify the spatial pattern in region. Population, religion and economy, religion and international investment, religion and urban development. Our plan for future work, what we'd like to do and build on this current work is introduce the theory, systematic theory for religion studies. The one theory we're working on is how to introduce here the ecological approach for religion studies. That's how to build the ecological model of religion, and how to develop different methodology for qualitative analysis. That's how to measure the religion diversity, to measure the biological chain between the religion and also aspects of the society. And then how to conduct the systematic analysis and simulation. One, we're not to span religion data and from the current data to history data. One project we're working on is to digitize and spatialize historical data from Donghua Jiduzu, the Christianity in China, and basically that's in the early China before the new China. And 19 and 18. And also we're not to expand the data to international data, so that then we can compare to see how the data, like in the US, religion size in the US, Europe, in other countries, what kind of the trends there, what kind of the patterns there, their similarity and dissimilarity. And also, we're nice to expand our data and bring the big data for spatial study of religion. This big data can come from internet search or social media. And we have given some very preliminary functions. And this big data can provide the resource for those religion studies. Those religion maybe data we can never be able to find anywhere from official publication. And also finally, we're going to build the more flowchart-based the case studies and for the spatial explorer of the religion, similar to the religion and urbanization. Regional and religion and urban. Actually, there's the work is a flow. Technique. Actually, there's a series. To define the rural areas, and then how to generate report, and based on the different definitions, different standards. We have to build and expand this one to the different topics. In China. So one example is how to evaluate what kind of impact of Christianity and imported from the Middle East to China in China. But in China, are from other countries, not from China, except the Taoists. The Taoists now it's not only small the Christianity in China. So all the major are from international kind of imports from other countries. The national, the religion from other countries come to China has a significant impact on the religion's landscape in China. So only in the before, but also in the future too, have significant impact not only on the religion but also on all other aspects in China in the future. The import religion, the landscape of religion. So, based on the ecological model, it defines when the Christianity and come to China in Han Dynasty, and then how it interact with the Taoist, Buddhist, Confucian, and other religions. Then start generate the Chinese Christianity, and then Chinese Christianity also start to return back to the Middle East and the European countries. To understand this flowchart, to understand how this ecosystem and changed in China, so we need to the first one. We need to define this graph model and under the relationship. And for this graph model, so maybe we're not sure if this model will be right. So we need to find use all the data to find the quantify the link between different religions. So that's one work we'd like to, and what kind of data, what kind of methodology we can quantify this called the biological chain. And also we'd like to help the user to identify the different scale of the religion, to understand how the religion's landscape changed in China. We not only need to understand what kind of religion in China, what kind of different religion exists in China before, and what kind of religions and denominations exist in China, and what kind of believer, what kind of religion and people are really believer, and what kind of culture, economy in the household, house income here before. But also we need to understand what kind of the religion in Asia, in the great religion in the world, and also global religion in the world. So we need to understand this kind of multi-scale religion structure. So this kind of the multi-scale structure of the religion ecosystem. That's for the ecological study. So we need to build a kind of tool to help people to identify, to build up this kind of multiple scale. We'd like to use the data to help people to identify the biological chain between the different religions. So this is one sample with the data we have from our current economic science data. So based on the plot data, we can build this kind of multiple plots and calculate the correlation between different religions. So based on this one, we can maybe find a positive correlation and between the Buddhism, Taoism, and Christianity, and a negative correlation between Islam, Buddhism, and Taoism, and based on the spatial distribution by the province. And then we also like to use other approaches. So the data from the sense data may be biased, may be incomplete. We can look at all the different kind of source of the data. And this is the correlation matrix we calculate from internet search results. We use the internet data and internet search, and based on the different religion combined by the province. Based on that kind of data, we calculate the correlation. We can see the Buddhist has also has the Christianity, Taoism has a higher correlation within and between each the religion. And then Islam has the lowest correlation with other regions. So this correlation correlates from the different results, the different data, different information source. But they show the same pattern, similar pattern, and between the different religions. So this kind of data can help us to quantify the biological chain between the different religions, and also the different religion and other aspects of the society. This is the example how to integrate historical data with contemporary data in the GIS, in the geospore, and for spatial analysis. So we can have the historical data and find this is one map, the Christianity distributed in China. So based on the data records and from historical some record, we can find a 99 of the churches in China, where actually the percentage, the size of Christians in China, all the people in China. We can see this is cluster. Also, we can have the hotspot of the churches distribution in China too. So on the right side is a map based on the search results with the Republic of China and Christianity. So if we combine the search, the keywords of the Republic of China and also Christian, and then by the province name, we can find the different cluster here. So we can see the similar pattern here. The cluster here, and the cluster here. Very similar to the data from historical records. And here in historical records, they don't have the data for Xinjiang and Tibet and Inner Mongolia. But for other regions, the cluster is very similar. They are also from all the different kind of sources, from historical record, from internet search, and those provide a very interesting but similar patterns. Data from the different resources, and once we combine, integrate it in the geospore, and that can help you to find how the correlation and where it might be to confirm the possible pattern in history and the trends in the current. So our objective is try to understand the change religions landscape in China as well as the world. And this kind of the map I just got from our G4, you can see that both all the Islam changed the pattern from 49 to 2000. Christianity changed from 49 to 2000. Buddhism changed from 49 to 2000. All the different maps here are different religions. They show the similar pattern, the same trend. That means they are from the more diversified the distribution to more and captured by the different region. And will this pattern continue in the future, or will this pattern maybe this is only we are using the religion size data, but how the population, who believe the different religion, the distribution will be the same pattern, or will be different pattern. We need to explore and how this pattern changes, how this landscape changes, and what's the kind of driving factor behind this one, and how this will be possible trend in the future. So that we hope for the spatial religion explorer can help us to find these all stories behind this one. This is our contact information. You are welcome to send an email to us. Also, you can visit the center website and also the website for this religion explorer. Right now, this religion explorer and it's still under test, under development. We're working to have the different versions and to be released probably here or by the end of this year. We'll have the public version, the library version, and also advanced version for research. Thank you. Or is there any questions here?
Thank you, Shuming.
And if you would like to have any follow-up question, you can send an email to us. Thank you for joining the workshop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can't see it, man. Yeah.